Hey everybody, welcome back to Vampire. We've arrived at the hospital. We just met with this Milton Hooks guy who gave us a task to do. He lost his wallet in the garden after running from this crazed patient. So I imagine we go to the garden, we find the patient, we find his wallet, which maybe unlocks additional hints about this guy, which could maybe start to make some connections between people in this new district. So I think let's start here. We're gonna enter the backyard garden. And it looks as if we could follow like the main area, or looking at the top, we can follow this to the garden. So I think that's what we'll do and see how it goes. Speak of the devil, he's over here right now. Nice. Small bottle, thank you.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect.
Swansea is how we say it. Okay. It'll be interesting. As a physician that is a known vampire, at least to the guy running the place, or managing it. About the use of garlic and wooden stakes. Okay, I think these are going to be really interesting. Dear brothers, I must now draw your attention to a very important point. The use of garlic is protection against vampires. Let's be crystal clear on the subject. Garlic will never protect you against those creatures. No matter how fresh, how strong, and how smelly, garlic is totally useless as a defense. I can never say enough how damaging that novel of Bram Stoker has been. Yes, of course, population of Slavic countries place garlic cloves in coffins. Yes, of course, inhabitants of Santorini Island hang garlic on their windows. There would be so much to write about this place, and someday soon I hope to go back to this island to further explore its occult tradition. But that is not to protect the living from the devil. It is to tell the dead that they are aware of their malevolence. It is a symbol, nothing more and nothing less. So please, by all means, yes, wear garlic, show garlic, hang garlic, and tell the shadows that you are not afraid. But if you're looking for supernatural protection, you will have to search much deeper into the forgotten secrets of the occult tradition. For here is the truth, my fellow brothers. Garlic does not repel vampire, but all the fresh plants will hurt them. Garlic does not repel vampire, but all the fresh plants will hurt them? It is as if their body could not stand the presence of botanical elements. I have seen an enraged Vulp flee when whacked with a rose. Yes, a simple rose. I have witnessed a violent econ fall down and beg for mercy when stuck by a wooden stake. I don't know why it's so effective, and I would give my left arm to find the answer to that mystery. But the truth remains, nevertheless, vampires are very sensitive to fresh herbs, plants, and woods. Interesting. Usher Talltree. Man, I like this whole, like, it's gonna be really cool to see what they've done to create their own vampire, you know?
My blood and soul. They belong to you now.
The life running.
All right, I don't know that we're getting out through this way. Oh, is this, Good
evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
This is the guy that we saved.
Oh, Sora, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Okay, let's get into Mr. Hampton's situation here.
How did you end up in William Bishop's den?
I had received alarming news about his recent behavior. I went to his place and he refused to let me go.
Okay.
Why did he abduct you?
William was an alcoholic. His addiction suddenly changed to blood. I don't know why. Just like a patient I met here. This Miss Hawcroft.
Hawcroft.
You dared to enter this awful place alone. You're a hero, Mr. Hampton. Or a fool.
I'm
Certainly
just a
ballsy.
man trying to help his friends, Dr. Reed. William Bishop was a conflicted soul, searching for light.
What is the general situation in the East End docks?
The situation has always been tough, with a lot of tensions between the gangs and the Dockers Trade Union. The Wet Boot Boys are very nervous since they lost their leader.
Is that right? Who leads this gang now?
Who leads the gang now?
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife Edwina who runs the show, with the assistance of her minion, Booth Digby.
I love these names. Booth Digby.
Has the gang been threatening you?
Ah, no. I've had this nickname for so long, you know, the sad saint of the East End. No one dares to bug a saint, not even criminals.
Okay.
Do you know Tom Watts, the bartender from the Turtle? I met him before I found you in the canning factory.
Tom? Yes, of course. Always the helping hand, good old Tom.
Good
Without
old
men
Tom.
like him, corruption and despair would have wiped out the East End long ago.
That's pretty big claim.
Who should I avoid in this part of town, then? Any particularly evil figures?
Not really. Most men and women are just doing their best. And it's not my habit to speak ill of people I know, Doctor.
People are still in despair.
How could it be otherwise? The authorities have left us all to rot in this contagious nightmare. No drugs, no advice, nothing. It's a damn shame.
Okay. I can guess what he does for a living.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Okay, close to what I thought. Are you a priest?
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
I'm wondering, remember in the office when the guy was holding up the cross to us and we were like burning from it? This guy has the rosary with the cross facing us, but nothing's happening. I don't know. Oh, yeah, here. Why not use your cross against William?
Why didn't you use your cross against William
Maybe
Bishop?
it has to be with like...
to repel him somehow.
Intent or
That's
something.
a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Okay, so then what was with the doctor's Swansea? What was with his cross?
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
How do you feel, Mr. Hampton? Medically speaking, I mean.
I feel exhausted. Beyond exhaustion,
I can only imagine.
William drank so much of my blood in his madness. I feel... empty.
You're in good hands here. Dr. Swansea is well versed in blood transfusion, and I'm sure he'll take the best care of you.
Thank you, sir. I believe all I need is rest. And then I can go back to the people who need me.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure that at some point we're going to get information about...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
How
We'll
they
talk
turn,
again later.
why they turn, and what would stop him from turning. Because he got bit, but... and his blood was drained.
Good evening, sir. Can I
Look
help?
at this guy.
Unless you're here to fix my face.
Whoa.
No.
Is his
I don't
nose
think
gone?
you can help me.
No,
I'm
not quite.
Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off.
Yeah.
But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
How is your stay with us?
See,
Mr.
even this
Elwood?
guy
Oh,
needs
it's
hints.
bliss.
Like, it's really cool.
I just escaped death in the trenches to be surrounded again by the moans of the dying.
Can I ask you precisely why you're a patient here?
It's the pain, sir. The drugs don't work. It just hurts under
So
the
what kind of
scars,
relief are you getting here?
if you get my drift.
Who is treating you? Is someone in particular looking after your case?
Nobody since the old and tired doctor spoke to me. Started to think I was forgotten about. Wouldn't blame you.
You don't seem worried by that.
My face hurts so much more when I smile or cry.
Man.
I've learned it's easier not to speak. But be assured I'm smiling inside.
Can I do anything for your pain?
Nurses gave me a bunch of pills. No effect. Told you. It's like the flames are under my skin, burning away.
Jesus. Okay.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
Okay, could have said
No
that earlier
offense.
there, Thomas.
I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
He is probably not wrong.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
So there's other hints for this guy that I guess we'll find out at some point.
Street corner. The daily routine.
Sorry, man. Nurses are needed in the name of mercy. They depend on you. Maybe this is the way out? Another couple of bottles. We'll take it. Here we go. Let's be on alert here because we need to find that guy's wallet, but also pretty sure that thing is going to be back here. By that thing, I mean the patient that he was bringing in previously. Prevent influenza. Cough. Cover each cough and sneeze with a handkerchief. Walk to work. Do not spit. Drink from your own cup. Avoid crowds of ill. Go to bed and send for a doctor. All right. Probably wise.
Scowl voices.
Oh, see him?
I should investigate.
So one thing that'll be interesting is learning these different names for them. Whoops. Hey, I guess we're going in. Damn, he hits hard. Oh, damn it. Whoa! I'm trying to parry him, but it's tough. Okay. What are you digging in over here? Nothing. Let's check the other side. I know I saw one. Is that? Oh, yeah, it is. Bit late, I guess. Let's try it. Bit late. Kinda. Let's switch it up here. He's resistant to the others, so when in doubt. Now where could this wallet be? Oh, there's more of them. Hold on. Oh, that's dirty. I'm gonna see if I can take this guy down. Oh, that reload time though. Okay. So this guy's resistant to the shadow stuff, right? I think that's what that is. There we go. Photography in a wallet. A photograph of a smiling and loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever. Well, we found the photo. That's definitely going to open up some options to talk to him about. Like, where's Pippa? Okay, there's a lot more, like, out here than I was expecting, to be honest.
It's locked, all right.
I feel the need, even when it's red, I feel the need to check. You know, because I don't know if we're gonna get, like, oh, it's, you can get in with a certain thing, like a key or whatever, but... Dashing around like a vampire is definitely my preferred method of transportation. And surely it won't raise suspicions.
It's locked.
Ah, okay, cool. So I was... In here, we can't actually dash around. Which, I guess, is probably pretty smart. Because people would be wondering. Okay, so where is he now? There he is.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
I mean, I'm trying. Got your wallet.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet. With all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin colour that bothers you?
Nothing's bothering me. What are you talking about?
Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut.
Okay, so let me look at these before this goes away. Pippa and Milton Hooks are a couple. So we should see this. Oh yeah, cool. Yep, side by side couple. Nice. Blood quality is very high here. Now look, I'm typically like, mostly a pacifist, right? But in this game, we're gonna have to mesmerize some people to really get powerful, and that's kind of the role that we'll play. But I'm gonna try to make smart choices about who it is that we mesmerize after we learn some things about them and based on their blood quality and their kind of social status.
Everybody's as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
Okay, cool. So now that's gonna open up some things in here. Here we go.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit.
Oh.
Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
Yeah, but... So hold on. Is he having an affair?
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Pippa is the one.
Dr.
I gotcha.
Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
Fair enough. It's not really my business, to be honest. Does this open up anything in here? No.
Goodbye, Milton.
Okay, so let me take a look at this now. What did we just learn there? Okay, so Pippa Hawkins. So he's not having an affair. This is the woman that he's with. She is, I guess, a nurse in here who we haven't met yet. Fair enough. We met Dorothy at the beginning. All right, let's find our office. Is this her, maybe?
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
Ah, there's Pippa, all right.
I don't think we've been introduced yet.
No, but I know who you are.
My name is Pippa Hawkins.
And I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Dr. Swansea has recently offered me a position in this hospital.
Well, it's a euphemism that your help will be appreciated, Doctor.
So we definitely want to talk to as many people as we possibly can to kind of build out these social circles. Straight to the relationship with Milton.
Pippa, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes. Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
I have no intention
very
of
defensive,
reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
So intrusive, eh?
How is the Pembroke staff coping with the epidemic?
Well, not well. Milton, the ambulance driver, is even more grumpy than usual.
Like she calls him the ambulance driver.
Especially concerning doctors.
Why is Milton grumpy on a daily basis? Is it just an act?
Milton's not the kind of man who's bothered about a bad reputation, whether he deserved it or not.
Oh, okay. What did deserve what? Interesting.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know. Just ask him. But be warned, Milton is not the chatty type.
So you can unlock these hints or whatever through dialogue, through items that we find.
How long have you been a nurse?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning. And no matter how qualified you are, don't tell me you'll change that.
You might be surprised.
You'd be surprised what dedication can achieve, Nurse Hawkins. In medicine, sometimes we're just a test result away from a miracle.
That's a good line.
Sorry, Doctor. I don't want to sound bitter, but I'm just too tired to give a pep talk like Nurse Brannigan.
Nurse Brannigan, okay.
How would you describe the situation at the Pembroke Hospital?
It's serious. The flu is wreaking havoc amongst the staff and patients. We are running out of everything.
And you have a vampire problem.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu won't last forever. Even the Black Plague didn't kill everyone.
I wish I could believe you. But what if this epidemic was worse?
I mean, fair.
What if in the end, nobody was spared?
You must get a hold of yourself.
Now, one thing I don't know is if...
Sorry, I'm exhausted. No one has any idea when this epidemic will be over.
Is if the options that we pick in these conversations have any impact on, like, their view towards us. Okay, all of these hints are required.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, so we'll talk to Milton again at some point. But for now, let's get to the office.
Fix me properly. A month? A year? You have the right to disapprove.
She's just pissed. Understandable. Okay, wait. We want to be on the second floor. That's my bad. Let's run it. I saw stairs. You see the, I think there looks like there's a little arrow above. Yeah, there we go. It just went away. And there is like a lot going on in here. Actually, you get lost in this hospital. I hope we get to rest in here. Dr. E, oh, they already put up a nameplate for us. He acts quick, that guy.
This must be the place.
Yep, nice.
It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own.
Oh,
At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
Okay. Article on econs. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire and observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I've personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or econ, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, and necessity to flee, I've seen a vampire move so quickly, it is almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it's like a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also noticed that such speed seems to exhaust them, and they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capacity to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture the target's psyche. That's kind of cool. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary wildly from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one, the possibilities are endless and frightening. Blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from frenziedly drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and to express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge, this need for blood, may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong, which kind of explains, like, our first night as a vampire when we bit our sister, it turns out. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them, inside warm bodies, through walls, exactly what we had on a supposedly clean weapon, etc. Same vampire even told me that he can see a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and then in some cases he can even sense diseases, infected clothes, or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications it almost beggars belief. Cool, which describes what we've been going through almost perfectly. Dragonbane. Hello. Melee weapon, 75 damage. Ancient sword. Oh, cool. So, we have this bludgeon, we have the machete, which is a level 2 thing, all of which are going to be changed between, like, damage, attack speed, and how much stamina it uses. This one looks, pretty good, actually. Let's go ahead and throw that on. in our main hand. Even though we have this one upgraded, this will do more damage. Alright, there we go. And then I think we keep the pistol. We have the Barker or the revolver. Let's go Barker. Done. Whoa, what's going on here? If a district's health status drops below the critical threshold, it will plunge into chaos. Citizens will be reported missing, their quests will be lost, and dangerous creatures will begin to something. Hey, what just happened? What just happened there? That's bizarre. Went in here. What is this doing exactly? Is this, let's see how we look. Maybe we're changing outfits or something. Ah, okay, we have the hat on or off. All right, all right, all right. Gotcha. It's just a costume change, no big deal. Last vial.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Well, can we get on that? I got water here. All right, let's analyze the blood here. Okay, here we go. To analyze. Fresh sample of his blood. Let's go. Light regeneration serum. Regenerate 300 health points instantly, then 150 health points over 15 seconds. But we need sodium hypochlorite solution. Cool.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Oh yeah, sure we do. Let me just see if there's anything else in this room before we rest. I think we've pretty much cleared it out, but... yeah, okay. Let's rest up. Alright, so what do we want to get into? Maybe, maybe something defensive? You will block your target's blood in their veins, making them defenseless. How does this work? Vampire will concentrate on the prey's blood, stopping them in their tracks and making them defenseless. Easier to kill something that can't move. So, okay, that's pretty good. 2 seconds of control. 3 seconds. Okay, so 3 seconds is the max, but these other things, depending on which path we choose, this one does 20 blood gain. What is this one? This has no cost. Well, this has no cost too, so what's the difference? Oh, 10 seconds of control. Oh, man. Okay, I gotcha. So 3 seconds of control down here, but you gain blood, or you just go maximum amount of control. That's pretty good, actually. Blood barrier. Invisible barrier for 5 seconds, absorbing direct damage until it fades or is destroyed. Seems good. The blood ability will protect the vampire from direct damage. Unfortunately, does not stop them from being grabbed. Okay. Also have the bite. We're getting 20%, or we're taking more damage, right? And we're getting 20% more blood. We could do healing when we bite. I feel like coagulation seems really cool. Let's do that. Oh, no, let's confirm it. We could, if we want, we can grab another one. But I think adding like one thing at a time is pretty nice. We're level 5 now, so it's unlocked these. Active skills. Tactical. You perform a supernatural move to your target and cause damage upon landing. Yeah, I like that. Or Shadow Veil. Drain your stamina to fade into shadows and become invisible. Moving in the state will drain more stamina. You will exit the shadows if you attack or dodge when your stamina is empty. 5 stamina used per second when walking. 2.5 used per second when standing still. So probably if we can upgrade our stamina, that seems really good. But this, Spring. Vampire can disappear into thin air is misleading. Rather, they can greatly increase their speed with blood, moving so fast that the human eyes... to the human eyes, it appears as if they appear and reappear at will. Correctly used, this ability can be offensive or defensive, depending on the vampire's state of mind. Yeah, okay. Let's try this. Oh, this one requires... Okay, so these ones are more expensive as well. Okay, let's hold on to those then. But that seems like a really good place to go next.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete,
learn to live amongst
I'd better
mortals.
learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
Yeah, seriously. Help them cope with the epidemic. So we've analyzed William's blood, but the result is only partial. The blood sample was much more unstable than human blood and showed heavy mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. I need to gather more evidence of what is going on. Time may be on my side, but not on London's. The epidemic is killing thousands of people. The whole city is on the verge of collapse. I'm starting to believe all of this must be connected somehow. But I can't see any pattern or plausible explanation yet. For now, I must play the doctor and try to do my best to help those who may need me while I continue my search. Okay, so we need to answer the door. Oh. Hello?
Come on, I don't have all night.
Oh, it's Dorothy, okay.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat of a crisis.
I see that.
A crisis, you say?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up here, but...
This room is off limits. Yeah, I don't have any, sorry.
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them. Honestly, sir, I'm beside myself.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily problem, and we had to use our wits to overcome the shortages.
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead.
Okay.
Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Oh god, I don't like the sounds of this.
Perhaps I should look there first. Where is this morgue?
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons.
Great.
Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital.
This won't be creepy at all.
At the end of a narrow street. On my way then. Thank you, nurse.
I legitimately thought she was gonna be like, I'm gonna need you to go and buy or go and find me this many vials of whatever. But it's nice that at least, you know, we're going to get stuff for her, but it's not just like a simple fetch thing, you know? Okay, I think we'll stop here. I'm gonna aim to keep these episodes around 30 minutes or so, depending on, you know, where things cut off and where things end naturally. But yeah, hope you guys are enjoying. And if you have any thoughts on what strengths might be really cool, let me know. Try not to spoil anything in the comments for people. If you can avoid doing that, that would be great. But yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Wish me luck. Bye for now.